Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Peter. In this video I'll be teaching you how I created this flyer using my smartphone. Without any further ado, let's just go straight to the tutorial. So I'm actually contemplating on which app should I use in creating this flyer, because I'm looking at Photoshop Express. It may not allow me to bring in every of my resources in at once, so you may not hear me talking too much, but for the meantime you'll be hearing my voice. Just follow me through, please. So I know some of you may not know how to use the app. So this is Pixellab. I'm contemplating on using this Pixellab, but let's just see if I can just use it for some that are necessary. So the first thing we'll be doing using Pixellab is the background. Let's use Photoshop Express. See, so this is not Photoshop Express, PSCC, that's Photoshop Touch. So you click on plus photo library. So I'll click on photos. Before that, I would just like to let's just do that. If that's the case, let's do that. It's just because of the flaws of Photoshop Express. It have been the best to use. When I mean flaws, is that most times, don't worry, you're gonna see why I actually said it's the flaws of Photoshop Express. Let me just look for the so this is my background. Okay, cool. So it has actually taken. So now let's just look at the image. Let's look at the image. Now let's see the element I brought in first. So I'll click on plus, bring in my photo library. I can't bring in more than one picture at once, so that is one of the flaws. Pixellab, there are actually ways you can bring in many elements. There are many ways you can bring in many elements at once in Pixellab. So the first thing I'll be doing is bringing in this one. I'll kind of reduce let me increase it. Just position it here. Now one thing is actually that makes it look fine here is because these lines here, so it's as if those lines are actually those lines are actually holding it. So the next thing I'll be doing is I will bring in another layer. So I'll just have to be locating. So that's one of the flaws I'm having here. I have to go back and be locating it every time. So I will bring in. It's been a while since I did this design anyway, so let's look at some of the elements. I'm just contemplating on which one to bring in first. There was one actually duplicated. Okay, yeah, this one. So I'll put that one there. So the next one is I'll bring in. So now one of the flaws is that it may not allow me to bring in many elements as I want. Oh dear, shouldn't have gone through here. So I will bring in this speaker. I'll position it. So I added a bit of Gaussian blur to this particular speaker. Okay, should we increase it a bit? And now just lock it. Now how you can add Gaussian glow, or let me just edit this back. just come here, come to this option, this FX. I think my tabs is no longer showing. So come to kind of looking for blur, come to basic, so Gaussian blur. So you can just increase it, something like you just increase this line. You can see it's actually looking blurry again. When you just increase this, it's it's already fine. Now the reason I blurred it is because I'll be putting my model there and I don't want it to be dragging for space. Now you see one of the flaws of this particular application. So I'm going to click on photo library, come to this particular area, and just try and locate MCC something. And so I will bring in this my lens flare. I will try and reduce it a bit. So I'll reduce it a bit. So our position is this one here. So I'll click on this. So I'll just come here, position this one. I may decide to position this one here. Okay. So then I'll change the blend mode to screen. Okay, cool. So the next thing I'll be doing is, so I will just choose to this one. I'll click on this. Yeah, see what I clicked on, this particular one. Then I'll just click on it. So I'll just merge down. So what happened is that these two layers are meshed together. This one, these two, the lamp and that board joined together. If you see, you can see the lamp and the board now together there. Now the reason I actually made it because Photoshop Express start telling me that the layers are too much. So I'll click on plus, click on this, and bring in my image again. So bear with me. This is the flaws. It's not like Pixart. Man, I love Pixart. I love Pixart. Pixart would have been the best to create this thing. If I've known, I should have even gone ahead using Pixart. So the next thing I'll be doing is, okay, so what should we do next is we'll just let me bring in this. I've done a bit of manipulation on this lens flare, so don't worry, I'll just show you what I did. Oh, it's not gonna work here. So it's not going to work here, so you can choose to reduce it a bit, so it's just going to stay very well on the board. Okay, cool. So what happened next is I may choose to also merge this one, merge down. Alright, so the next thing I'll be doing is I will just come here and I'll bring in I'll bring in a particular also plus. So this is my problem. Now this is the problem I'm currently facing now. So I'll just bring in hopefully this particular layer. So somewhat dark like this. Alright, now the reason you're not seeing is because I put it behind the speaker. So we can actually put this one behind here. So let's just see if it's gonna work very well there. So let me just come here and bring in my model. So the next thing is, let me bring in my model. So my model has been worked on. So I'll position it somewhere here. So I'm looking at okay, I'm just looking at alright, cool. Okay, we can position it somewhere. Let's see. I can just leave it like this. So the next thing is I also come here, bring in my plus, bring in this. So this is our problem now. It's just annoying, very, very annoying. So let me just try. I haven't actually used Photoshop Express to bring in. So this, so I can't multi-click. I have to just be bringing it one by one. So I'm going to position this one somewhere around here. Okay, so it's better that way. So I can choose to duplicate this one. I'll click on plus, duplicate layer, done. So I'll bring this one, I'll just take this one, the layer that I duplicated, I'll move it to the front, come here, and I can just change the blend mode to screen. Okay, cool. This is 50. Reduce it to 50. So the next thing I'll be doing is, you see I won't be able to bring anything again. Wow. Well, this thing has repainted. So I'll come here and I'll just come to MCC something, bring in which one? Okay, let me now bring in this lens place. Okay, cool. So you see this is my lens place. So I'll just position it here. So I'll just change the blend mode to screen. Okay, now those lens flares have been well positioned already. They were well positioned already. It's just that the lens flare we used there. Now if you just perceived they are too much, you can just come here and reduce the opacity of everyone, but those lens flares here, they are okay. So the next thing I'll be doing is, wow, well, this one, that Photoshop Express just allowing me to bring in every of my elements in. Is really surprising. Now, okay, so let's look at this one, this element. I'll send you the single one, but these are ones that I've worked on. Now you can see my model there. Okay, cool. I think we'll get in there. So I just observed something. Now this is my board. I would have actually increased the size, but since I've measured it, I can't increase it again, but we'll just stick with it like that. So we'll look at something again. Okay, those lens flares on those pots, on those lamps. So come here, come to photo library, come to photos, then go to MCC something. Just try and look at this guy isn't even giving my balance for this job. Okay, so let me just put this one. So these lens flares are the ones on the lamp. So if you notice, they are kind of too much. One is kind of more brighter than that one. It's just because it was a silly mistake I made. I didn't pay attention to when I was saving the element. So we turned it to screen. Turn it to screen. So come here, come to the layers. You can put it off, put it on. So you're seeing the effects. If you don't like screen, you can change it to color dodge. Wow, linear dodge add. So bring it on, off. So maybe we'll just stick with linear dodge add. See, it's bringing out that light effect. for on the screen will be screen. Let's use linear dodger. So giving us as if it is light. So we'll come here and let's look at the image again. So the resources are something I've already done, so you don't have any problem. You just place, get, and you just place them. So look at, so Noah's Ark, I positioned that one somewhere around here. So for it seems big, so I'll still come here and just keep on to transform. That's how you can reduce the size of something. But before that one, I'll just try and bring in an empty layer. Okay, done. So then I'll click on my brush color, I'll change it to black. Okay, and I'll check the kind of brush I want. So this is the brush. Okay, so I need a soft brush, but it's black. You can see it. Yeah, it's soft. It's just one. So this is the kind of brush I need, this particular one. Just like Photoshop. So it is Photoshop CC. So that is what I want there, and I'll just come here, come to this FX, come to Gaussian blur and apply blur on. Yeah, you can see it. So I'll still come there, come to this, come to this guy, come to transform. So it's just gonna give my text a bit of visibility, a bit of visibility. So that's it. So I'll come here and I'll just choose you can choose to reduce the opacity anyway. So let's just leave it like that. I believe they are both visible now. So the next thing we'll be adding is our remaining text. So we'll come to plus, come to photo layer, come to photo library. Well, I never knew this application could take up to these layers. Because I was just scared that it wasn't gonna take up to these layers. Let's see. Wow, I've brought in this before. Bring in photo layer, photo library, photo MC, say something. So this is when I did this job at first, the guy rejected it. He actually didn't like this one. So position is somewhere here. Let's see. You can choose to reduce it if you want. Okay, cool. So I'll come here, come to plus, bring in another layer, photo layers. So come to photo, come to this guy. I'll bring in the name. No, the guy didn't like the first one I did, so that was when I knew the kind of person he was. There are some kind of people who most of these people that do this kind of design, what they like is a design that has to do with lens flares. You just use lens flares to design the life of it. You design the whole thing, and they actually find that those kind of thing interesting. So I'll just put my two hands on the screen. Yeah, so just to zoom it in, and I'll kind of position this one somewhere around here, but I'll kind of bring it. So you want to reduce this. So now this is the floor. Oh dear. am I not gonna just bring in this again? So I'll just come here and plus photo library, photo this. I think I'm just going to position it anyhow now, because now when you're working with this, you just pay attention to your alignment, eye policy. Okay, cool. The resources again will be in the description of this video, so I can reduce it a bit, somewhere around here. Oh, cool. So we can leave that one there. Now this other one, so just come to click on this and click on transform. So let me bring it this in a bit. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now this is not like Photoshop where I can just press Control and okay, now let's look at the original design. Which one I haven't added in? Now I wanted to show you a trick in Pixellab, but because of no use since I didn't use Pixellab again. Okay, now is there any other thing I have not added, but I guess I'm good with my design. Just looking at this particular one, maybe the opacity is, but it's okay like that. It's still okay like this. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, there's something I haven't added. Now when you look at this particular one, the lens flare, especially at the back of that guy, and also at the front, so there's something I haven't added. So the lights, okay, you know what, let's just come here. Where is this, the guy? Come to this, come to photo layer, photo library, and photo. Wow, my. So I brought in two elements. This, let me hide it, and this. So for this one, this lens flare, I'm just going to position it behind this guy. I'm just going to move it and position it behind this guy. So I'm thinking of leaving this one here. So don't forget to change the blend mode also to screen. Okay, you will change that one. You see before and after. We'll change the blend mode to screen. So it's giving like a light emitting from that area. Now this one, we'll also change the blend mode to screen. No, this one, we'll change the blend mode to screen. So let's take it to the back of the guy here. Now you can see those light rays are now emitting from his back. Now however, they are kind of affecting my text already. Now that's because we've already this so far so good. You can see they are actually affecting it. So because we've already merged it, so I'll just advise you not to actually merge, because now I actually want to increase the size. I want to increase it a bit. Also just move the text up a bit, but this will still be okay. So I am done. So but there's no stamp visible layer, so I can just, okay, let me try flattening. Okay, no, this is not what I want. So let me try image visible. Oh, it's the same thing, but that's not what I want to do. You know, there's a particular effect in Photoshop whereby you can just stamp visible the layer. That's where maybe you flatten everything like that, but you won't be able to. So but however, I'm done with my tutorial, so I won't advise you do like that anyway. So I'll strongly recommend you exporting yours first. You click on plus, save this as a project, then let it just save. So I'll click on plus. Maybe I'll just try. Okay, I'll come here and maybe duplicate. So I'll select it here, duplicate it. So I'll just come here, click on this. I'll click on it. So means if I have any mistake, I'll be able to just come here, come to that same option again, merge visibles. Okay, cool. Looks so cool. Now we've already merged everything now that is visible. So let me try and sharpen my, not too much. So I'll sharpen it a bit. Or should we just take it to Photoshop Express to add a bit of touch there? Okay, however, let's just take it to Photoshop Express and add a touch in there. So let's don't save. Oh, save a copy then. So I'll just delete this. So let me just export, save to. I'll click on this one. I'll save. I can save as a JPEG. So it is saved. So I'll just come to Photoshop Express. You can use Snapseed depending on the software you use. I just prefer using for PSS Express. So I will have my image here. I have image. So I'll just come to the lights. The light part. I'll come here to where I have contrast. I will just increase my contrast about 20. Then maybe let me try reducing the highlight a bit. Okay, cool. Let me see. Let's reduce it a bit, not too much. So the shadows, I can just try to abandon that one for now. Let me. Okay. Okay. So I'll come to effects. I will add a bit of texture to it and also clarity. So before and after and after. Before and after. So the A's, let me add. It's going to take away some of the A's. Okay. So you can choose to add a bit of green. So I can add my details now. Details, I can sharpen my design. Come to adjustments. Alright, so cool. I guess that will be all for me. Before and after. Before and after. So okay, if this will be necessary, but it's not. It is not. Okay, so I'll just click on this arrow bar, this particular one, so your photo has been saved. This particular one, so your photo has been saved. Alright, so that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Okay.